Всем привет! Всем приветик! Короче, какой сегодня план? Он очень простенький, быстренький. В первую очередь делики. Дальше мы делаем сюжетку с Чжун. И потом посмотрим, что может еще сделаем, может нет. Стрим примерно будет идти до 7 часов вечера. Так, объявление, хорошо. Так, а тут что он хочет? Что ты тут хочешь? Там же ничего нет. Вообще неплохо бы сделать вкусняшки, потому что что-то их прям нет у меня. Я все потратила. Блин, немножко подвисает, мне прям это очень не нравится. Так, сахар тоже можно сделать с десяток. Нет, голубцы прям топ. Их нужно как можно больше готовить. Они хорошенькие. Так, тут еще одно блюдо есть. Нет, не это. И даже не тушеное мясо. Что-то другое у меня было, только я не помню. Ну ладно. Пусть его тоже приготовим. Тоже понадобится. Так, яичницу нужно приготовить много, потому что что-то я в последнее время очень много умирала. 30, я думаю, будет достаточно. Вообще я решила не тратить мясо там, всякое такое. Так, сейчас мы приготовим еще цыпленка. Ух ты! Хорошо, хорошо. Так, ну и разумеется. Надо побольше собирать шишек. Бонус. Замечательно. Я теперь жалею, что не пользовалась этой функцией, а могла бы. И вот это тоже еще приготовим. Пусть будет все, потому что супчик тоже очень даже нужен. Не знаю, пока всякое такое готовить или нет. У нас уже, наверное, тут, да, 20 блюд. Кстати, я сегодня немножечко днем побегала, потому что у меня сегодня выходной. И что, пособирала примагемов немножко. Ну как пособирала? Я выполнила задания с рыбалкой немного связанные, потому что не вижу смысла делать это на стриме, просто я буду сидеть и все. Потом прокачала статую анемакулами. Буквально я, по-моему, 2-3 собрала и все. Ну, то есть на 8 уровень перешла, тоже не до конца. Вот. Все-таки я думаю сделать крутки. Я все еще надеюсь на еще одну балл. Сейчас я вот что сделаю.
Can I go catch up on my...
Ну и все, собственно, да? Ну хотя бы 2. 2 тоже неплохо. Так, сейчас быстренько обратно сменим. Блин, на боссов бы тоже сходить, на океанида и на еще кого-нибудь. А что у меня тут? Что за задание? Всем привет, кто подключается.
Scry the sky.
Так, ладно, без проблем. Сейчас сходим, все уже узнаем. Аня, кстати, тебе сколько раз выпало балл? 1? Или ты только один раз как раз и крутила?
Scry the sky.
А я думала, она тебе выпала. Ну, значит, скоро должна выпасть уже. Ты ведь будешь добивать до балл? Да, я думаю, она все равно выпадет. Да должна она выпасть. Блин, я думаю, так будет быстрее. Блин, так хочется бал С2, но вряд ли она выпадет С2. Хотя бы С1. Вот у некоторых сразу за один, ну, за 10 круток выпадает несколько раз бал. Что за везунчики? Ну или не обязательно бал, а в принципе легендарка. Да блин, дофига таких. Я как не посмотрю, мне в ТикТоке попадаются, или даже на Ютубе, и у них сразу выпадает. За 10 круток, это вообще как? Я просто тоже так хочу. Блин, я надеюсь, сейчас дадут какие-нибудь мне плюшки. Угу. Ну, хоть что-то. Так, ладно, сейчас нужно будет уничтожить 2 башни. Блин, не успела.
Motion to compel.
Сейчас они снова побегут. Ага, так ты не хочешь бить.
Motion to compel.
Так, закатники, все обязательно нужно собрать. Опять у меня почти их не осталось. И шишек опять нет. Это вообще катастрофа. Так, еще бы шишки были, было бы вообще огонь. Блин, мне кажется, что я уже больше 10 минералов сделала. Нашла. Ну нет, ладно. Угу. Сначала сюда пойдем. Ух ты. Ну ладно.
Motion to compel.
Ах ты. В принципе, они не сложные. А, не попал. Уже сейчас будет 41 ранг. Как так быстро? Мне вот интересно, а ящерицы, они вообще где-нибудь потом пригодятся? Просто я их вроде ловила несколько раз, но я их не видела в использовании. Ух ты, здорово. Тогда хорошо. Тогда нужно продолжать ловить. Вообще, я где-то тут видела феечку, в итоге отвлеклась, и теперь ее не вижу. Блин, ну ладно. Я ее не вижу что-то. Так, ну я надеюсь, это задание не с перевозками. А нет, отлично.
Fascinating.
Motion to compel. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Incinerate. Ha. Yeah. Ha. He. Ha. You. Motion to compel. Yeah. Yeah.
Сегодня какие-то супер легкие деники. Даже не ожидала. Так, ну тут где-то феечка должна быть, но я ее не вижу. Так. Здесь это прекрасно. Так, ну вроде тут все собрала на первый взгляд.
Add Astra.
Смотрите, мне осталось всего около 400. И у меня уже будет 41 ранг. Так, сейчас я быстренько посмотрю тут грибы, которые на зданиях растут. И начнем сюжетку с Чжун. Так. Да почему тут нигде не получается залезть? Вот часто в чем проблема была зацепиться? Там где-то было еще, но я что-то не вижу. Но я пока не вижу ничего больше. Еще можно посмотреть, где кузница. Там должно быть. Вот в этих домах. Так, ну вроде тут тоже более-менее что-то собрали. Сколько там не хватает еще моне? Блин, еще 17 штук. И не хватает еще элементального нектара. Сейчас тоже посмотрим, сделаем. Так, ну давайте сейчас все создадим. Нужно будет еще попрыгуни тоже поубивать. Да, еще целых 7 штук нужно, это дофига. Сейчас уже начнем сюжетку Чжун. Я думаю, тянуть не будем, потому что сюжетка примерно будет час идти.
What's the hurry?
Так, сейчас откроем все-таки сундук сначала. Может, какие-нибудь плюшки выпадут.
Incinerate! Huh. Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains. Leave it to me.
Блин, и вы улетели? Вот серьезно? Я думала, сейчас быстренько хотя бы одну птицу убью. Ну ладно.
I charge a higher rate to meet.
Так, я вижу тут руду. Сейчас тоже быстренько ее заберем себе. Все равно пригодится. Так, ладно, сейчас мы все открываем теперь сюжетку и начинаем ее проходить. Угу. А что это за луна взошла? А, все хорошо. Я думала, что это прям... Так, ладно, пошлите к Катерине.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Any new commissions?
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome! We're good at that!
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to Uncle Dai.
Так, что, куда идти далеко? Окей. Чего? Я ж сначала не поняла, в какую сторону идти.
Indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Именно так.
How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again. You're pretty perceptive.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. All right. My assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo-woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
Мы справимся со всем. Мы все сделаем.
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Tevat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why am I at that big?
Потому что это ты.
Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours.
А я что-то не помню его.
Ха-ха! Didn't expect that,
А
did
кто
you?
это? Кто это? Я думала, Паймон себя назовет.
Paimon Zhang Li is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
А, с Чжун Ли. Я что-то думала, она сейчас назовет кого-то другого. Но не Чжун Ли, конечно. Я думала, мы потом как-то к нему позже дойдем. Или я думала, она назовет этого, кто нефриты продает.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhang Li, there you are.
Oh, here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Tevat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Tevat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well then, it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Теперь у нас Джуни
But
вообще
I should
бездельником
inform you
стал.
that despite my expertise, I
Перестал
cannot
быть
necessarily claim to
архонтом.
be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Stop being so modest, Young Lee. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai. Uncle Dai, we're back!
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Да неужели ты его не
I
знаешь?
don't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Jun. Young Kun, these are two adventurers assigned to us.
Я думала,
And as
появится
for this
какой-то
gentleman,
новый интересный персонаж. Но хотя, если это сюжетка про Чжун Ли, то да, логично, что его нет.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhang Li. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I am sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhang Li wins, he's the assistant. If Zhang Li loses... never mind. Zhang Li won't lose.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a
Кстати,
volcanic
потом нужно
eruption.
будет еще сходить за
If
полуночными
I'm not
нефритами.
mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own two eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals
Будет
are born in
интересная
high
битва,
temperature
я смотрю.
environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Ух ты, уже 41-й. Так, ладно. Интересненько. Тогда мы сейчас сначала заберем плюшки за повышение ранга. Так, наверное, нужно было вот отсюда.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Так, это очень хорошо. Мы сейчас, значит, сможем прокачать Яньфэй до конца. Ну, точнее, на данный момент. Я надеюсь, что сможем, но должны смочь. Блин, мне не хочется тратить. Это слишком много. Может быть, сейчас еще выпадут тоже карточки. И потом получится. Или нет, сейчас я по-другому сделаю. Так. Так, нет. Нет, нет, нет. Хотя то же самое, но почему-то там не очень хорошо грузилось. Так, я думаю, сейчас хватит. Так, здорово, здорово. Очень много всего сейчас нам нужно сделать. Как все это...
Catch the wind.
Так, а где? Скорее всего, где-то на дереве. Дякую у нас. А нет, он прям вот тут. Я снова вернусь, чтобы потом с высоты дальше полететь. Так, у меня что-то с интернетом, да? Смотрите. Так, что за такие приколы сейчас идут? Почему так тормозит-то? Сейчас попробуем вот что. Так, ну так играть вообще я не понимаю. Давайте я сейчас попробую перезайти, потому что так играть вообще не получится. Все же было хорошо. Сейчас я попробую перезайти. Сначала кое-что проверю. Так, ладно, странно, у меня интернет хорошо работает. Сейчас бы и стрим, по сути, тормозил бы. Сейчас попробую еще раз. Подождите пару минуточек, пожалуйста. Так, ну вроде сейчас все нормально. Я не знаю, что за фигня произошла. Какой-то глюк, что ли.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Да блин, они же все равно должны были знать, куда идут.
We left no
То
stone
есть
unturned.
не заблудились
We
бы они
tried
просто
everything
так.
short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues.
I'll remind you again. The law can be both a help and a hindrance.
Ну, конечно, странно, как так взрослые мужчины пропали.
What's this? A pile of shirts, some trousers.
A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct.
Блин, ни то, не подходит.
Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
Ну, если так, то вообще, в принципе, их забрал кто-то сильный, и вряд ли это человек.
Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Так, ну кто-то их увел.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A
Но он
child?
тоже какой-то странный. Как он может видеть через камень?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Да.
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Нет, ну это супер, конечно, странно. Ну и по ходу нового персонажа мы как раз увидим.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Все время забываю об этом.
Yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished. Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. We found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
Блин, жаль, что тут нигде нет поблизости полночного
You're back.
нефрита.
How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with them?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Chjun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
Странный
Child.
ребенок.
But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste,
Да
we
мы
might be able to catch
быстрее
them.
это сделаем,
Not so
быстрее.
fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
Все, погнали, погнали.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
Ну, конечно, странно, что он с нами не пошел. И вообще он сам по себе странный. Как так можно видеть через руду?
Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall? Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things.
Блин, да
In fact,
кто-то в
I've been
него
feeling
не то чтобы
extremely
вселился, кто-то им
anxious,
управляет.
as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant
Я
sensation.
уверена, что им
Oh,
кто-то
I
управляет.
know that feeling when you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhengli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass.
Снова очень
If this
длинные
is indeed the
диалоги.
path they chose, there will be traces.
Ну хотя, по сути, это не пустые диалоги, как в Инадзуме, например. Так, отлично, вижу Гиаку. Давай уж. Выходи. Так, сначала я хочу забрать Гиаку. А я смогу, надеюсь. Ух ты, там еще и закатники, отлично. Отлично. Сначала закатники соберу.
Wait, there are tracks here. These must have been left by the miners.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
Блин, я вижу там сундук. Нет, даже не думай ко мне подходить. Угу. Это что, серьезно? Вот? Блин, сейчас столько времени потеряла на этого. Я Я не знаю, получится, не получится открыть. Нет, лучше сделаем.
Understood.
Кто? А кто стреляет в меня?
Motion to compel. Boom boom. Motion to compel.
Так, ну сейчас я тогда возиться с этим не буду.
Ready when you are.
Incinerate.
Привет. О, ну я сама вчера проводила стрим, а до этого нет.
Hey, footprints.
Поэтому все нормально.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
Так неужели он сейчас тоже встанет? Пожалуйста, не вставай.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Hello, have you seen any miners nearby? About this tall? 4 of them?
Stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm cloud watching?
А чего так
A little
грубо-то?
grumpy, aren't we? Whatever. Let's go ask someone else.
Мог бы сказать, нет, не видел. Ищите кого-нибудь другого. Это, конечно, тоже не супер вежливо, но все равно.
There, have you seen anyone dressed like a miner around here?
A miner? I'm afraid not.
Let's try someone else.
Ох, блин.
You can't run!
I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Motion to compel.
Да больно же, ты что?
Boom boom.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Да ты что?
Incinerate.
Looks like I went too far.
Oh my.
Ну ты должна была что-то видеть.
Scenery miners?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them.
Yeah, that's them.
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated. Traversing the geography of Lingju Pass must have held them up.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
Huh. This child. Did you see what they look like?
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took this road?
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them.
Нет, ну это супер странно, конечно. Мне даже теперь интересно. Так, я не хочу драться сейчас. Сори. А мне хватит на 2 крутки? Так, я думаю, после этого квеста должно хватить. Я все еще не сдаюсь. Ну кто? Ну как же ты меня увидел-то оттуда? Да ты что? Ну, давай, тебя вижу. Ну где ты?
Motion to compel.
Ты задел, что ли, все-таки? Я же тебя вижу. А почему он такой? Сколько у него хп? Это что, задел меня все-таки, да?
vision is clouded.
Да почему ты так бьешь? Какой-то он очень... Так, ну эти ножи, кстати, они нужны нам.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Так, стоп. Нет, мы не можем их спасти. Знаете почему? Потому что мы сами полудохлые. Если добавляется кто-то, кто смотрит стрим, пожалуйста, не добавляйтесь пока что. Вы можете добавиться в друзья и потом как-нибудь в следующий раз. А пока я хочу доделать этот квест. Ух ты, неужели так много воды?
Decided by destiny. Motion to compel.
Да как же вы меня бесите? Почему вы такие жирные-то?
Time for your arraignment. Incinerate.
Да вы почему такие быстрые-то, ё-моё?
Motion to compel.
Так, остался еще один.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me.
Да не за что, не за что.
My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue Shengyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Huh? You sure you're not a miner?
A miner?
Ну, она и не похожа так-то, Паймон, ты что?
Four strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
I think I saw those people.
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. A few men and a child. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like. Apologies.
I think that's all we needed to hear. Thank you.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend. Again, thank you all for your help.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults sounds pretty close to Paimon.
Да нет, это они, ну ты что? Зачем ты...
What?
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon.
It looks promising. I'll do my best.
Ну, конечно, это они. Вон один оставил корзину как раз.
It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along. We would have lost all sense of direction a long time ago.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case.
Ну, так и есть, так и есть.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child. This is no ordinary incident.
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual.
Согласна, согласна, они вообще очень быстрыми были.
So far, they've pointed us in the right direction. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road. If their destination is indeed Nantianmen, we should be able to catch up with them.
Great! No time to lose!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here, it should guide him to us.
Clever thinking! A classic Zhongli move!
Да блин. Я так совсем да никак. А, он не делает. Все хорошо, поняла. Сейчас сразу подлечимся и потом телепортируемся туда.
There's a basket lying here too. This must be one of the miners.
Он просто отдыхает или с ним что-то случилось?
Hey! Hello? Can you hear us?
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Should we wake him up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. Something's not right. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move. He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these ore fragments? I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped and then abandoned here.
Блин, какая-то супер странная история.
Why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that led him to fall behind.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have something for you.
What is it? Ooh, is it a present?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifting. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track down these clues by myself. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare.
Блин, он тоже странный.
A memory, if you will.
Как он умеет читать по камням? Точнее, видеть.
Oh, and the colors change as you turn it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
But of course,
Я надеюсь, это не кристаллы слежения какие-нибудь.
Huh? Is something wrong? Not to your liking?
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current circumstances. But thank you. I will take good care of it.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
You sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here. Oh, however, there is something I wanted to discuss with you.
Huh? What's with the seriousness all of a sudden?
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for? What's so special about it?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased, these geological remnants were miraculously preserved. And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. A few hundred years ago, they were virtually mined into obscurity. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike
Я же
upon
говорю,
ore that
он
has long
странный,
since
он
vanished from
супер
the earth?
странный.
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird. Paimon doesn't get it.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are unclear even unto himself, it's
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
a conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, Rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We still have more investigation ahead. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Dai. If he does find the camp, he'll know what to do.
Ух ты.
Kunjun, we need to get going.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment.
Ну, я думаю, он нам
Difficult
тоже
to say.
подбирает. Я думаю,
I
он
feel that
помнит
ore memories
прекрасно
tend to be
всё.
from the recent past.
So there's never any
Просто
ancient
легче отмазаться, когда
Rocks endure,
говоришь,
but
типа,
as eons pass,
я это
their memories
делаю,
are
но я не
erased.
знаю, почему я
Those
это
memories that
делаю.
survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense. It is the same for people.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
Ну как можно было 2 раза промазать, а?
Wow. Such an immense tree.
And there's so many mysterious looking crystals up there too. Amazing.
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section. All right then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh. This
В
is...
смысле?
Hey, what's wrong?
just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not yet.
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look? If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there.
Oh. You think so?
When has Paimon ever come up with a bad idea? Wait a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here. Paimon will...
All of you, come here.
Huh? Zhongli's voice came from behind the tree. Did he find another clue? Quick, let's
Пошли,
go see.
пошли,
Maybe he found
пошли,
another miner.
скорее. Ну, конечно, эта сюжетка супер долгая. Я вообще рассчитывала, что к 7 трансляция закончится. Стрим. Но мы же доделаем
This
эту
has been
сюжетку,
newly
конечно.
dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel? Ah, someone else go first.
Compose yourselves. I will lead us in. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. Prepare yourselves and tread lightly. afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere to the gate.
А что с ним? Почему вокруг него...
So behind my seal, there's...
Сейчас они нападут на нас.
What do we do? We can't hurt them.
Опа. Тудум. Вот это да. А что у него за сила? Вот и открыли. Да ну... А я смогу?
What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, H-Dom,
Ай-яй.
this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Fate is upon you. Incinerate! Ha! Ha! Shoo!
Ух ты, вот, будет очень интересно сейчас.
Solidify.
Boom boom!
You're in for a little shock.
Shifting
Bliss.
sands know not the mountain's permanence. There is no atonement for 1,000 years.
Ух
Nothing
ты.
to fear.
Больно вообще-то.
Gather.
Incinerate! Shoo! Motion to compel! Ha!
Блин.
Solidify. Enraged Earth will not absolve you.
Ух ты. Сейчас, стойте. Как-то я не ожидала, что будет такой. Немножечко сильный босс. Сейчас мы его накормим супчиком.
From rock to
Я бы не сказала, что он прям какой-то слишком сильный, но он... Ух ты. У него очень много хп. В этом сейчас проблема. Блин, зря это сделала.
I will have order.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you! From rock to dust, sooner or later.
Solidify.
Crumble. There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Oh no. I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Fisher! From rock
Stabilize.
to dust. Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Solidify.
Oh no.
Watch out!
Allow me.
You've recovered. How can that...
Focus your efforts, Lorax. Solidify. Order guide you.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Solidify.
Motion to compel.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Boom boom.
Shifting sands, no crumb the mountain's permanence. Fisher!
Блин, надо сильнее прожимать. Ух ты. А как, кстати, она прохилилась, я понять не могу.
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
Ух ты. Но он очень... В нем очень много хп. Блин.
Shifting sands know not the mountain's
Boom!
Fisher!
Да блин, почему не прожимаешься-то? Понятно.
You think you can destroy me?
Вторая. Она немного такая таинственная. Да блин. Сейчас, подождите.
Solidify!
Written in the stars. Incinerate!
Crumble! Gather! This is order.
Ладно, сейчас было хорошо.
No atonement for 1,000-year pain! Stabilize!
Мне кажется, так проще будет. Через Джунли.
Solidify!
Копить на его ульту и потом ультой.
Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Gather! Solidify!
за счет скорости ударов у него блин, надо было ближе.
There is no atonement. Solidify. 1,000-year pain.
Ну все, сейчас должны добить.
I will have order.
Morax. 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
Ну и что, я тебя все равно победила.
You should call it by its name, Ashtaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
Та-дам!
That voice!
Ashtaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ashtaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage.
Ну ты что за глупые
Forgive me
вопросы?
for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ajdaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ajdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities. We are a schism of the will of Ajdaha.
So there are two Ashdahas?
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
Все possible,
When the
все
seal
possible.
loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? Would they even care? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself. Your plan was to launch an attack on both ends, from outside and within, thereby fully destroying the seal.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
Ну, девочку, конечно, нарисовали прикольной.
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong enough to possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax, and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion is the world's greatest destroyer of memories. Erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible, aggressive.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm, why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake, which brought untold suffering to us. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. We lost all reason. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion, but it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is the natural order, an unstoppable force. And so, we became you. And from your will,
Сегодня никакую.
emerged.
Сегодня точно никакой. Я вообще планировала стрим до 7 часов вечера, но получилось подольше. Не знаю, подряд, может быть, пойдем. А Тарталью я выбрала. Не знаю, потому что он прикольный персонаж. Я такая думаю, 2 раза Джуни подряд не хочу.
The echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further. A willingness to coexist peacefully with mankind.
No, no! This is I, Ajdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides.
Дальше идет Хутао. Сейчас надо посмотреть.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the Earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. Of coexistence with humanity. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
Так много разговоров.
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words.
Еще и перерывы между словами такие большие. Буквально снег, выпавший весной в пустоши, тут же тает. Вот просто они таким темпом разговаривают. Это кошмар. Представьте в реальной жизни, так буду с вами разговаривать.
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe.
Но я думаю, темп игры все равно такой же.
Are you satisfied, Ishtaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no
Просто
part
я
in it.
думаю, в японском языке больше слогов в слове, поэтому вот так.
I do.
Кажется, что быстро, но темп будет такой же.
I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ejdah. This, I will remember this.
Your power is nearly spent.
Ah, perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the
Давайте
pressing
все,
matter is still
прекращайте
that of
уже
the miners
болтать.
trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
Посмотрим, как будет. Так, тут больше никаких сундучков нет.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners.
Так, стоп.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Sadly, we found no trace of the other three. Huh? Young Kun, what is...
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those three miners are over there, in that cave.
Интересно,
What
вот
happened?
этот дядюшка, да, он вообще обратил внимание на то, как поменялся голос?
Right. Well, thank you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
Вчера после стрима, что я делала там?
No problem. You rescued my men.
Я просто забыла
I'll be
выйти
happy
из
to
игры.
assist all of you in any way I can.
Я, короче,
I'll be back soon.
начала
I need
своими
to assess the
делами
condition.
заниматься. И такая, упс, а я не вышла из
We
игры.
should be calling you Ejdah. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Jun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ejdah, I am no longer the Geo Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot
Но мне
guarantee that I won't
понравилась
be awoken a second
сюжетка
time.
Тарталья тоже.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must
И
prepare
Венти,
itself to
да,
face
с
it.
Джун Ли, ну
And
так.
how will Liyue fare
А какие
without
там
Rex
еще
Lapis?
были? С Джин.
Even without a god above, this remains a
Еще ведь
nation
с
of
кем-то
men.
было. Я даже не
I
помню.
was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
А,
All
Мона?
life is
Мона, ну
shaped
так.
and then
Типа.
ground away by the endless flow of time.
У него, наверное, самая простая
You were always
сюжетка.
the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have
Я
been
даже
eroded.
сейчас не читаю, что они говорят.
That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary.
Мне
When we
понравилась
reach the end of
сюжетка
time,
Тартальи
those people,
из-за,
those
наверное,
past and future relationships predetermined by fate.
их отношений
They will be
с
waiting for you.
Люмин.
I do not pretend to match your
Ну, с
rhetoric when it
путешественницей.
comes to the
Они
subject of a
такие,
life
типа,
long lived.
не
I fear
ненавидят
that
друг
the life
друга,
of an
но при этом
elemental being
враги,
is
и это
longer than
достаточно
any in this
интересно
world.
наблюдать в
Were it
разговоре.
not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is
Сколько
said
уже
and
можно
done,
болтать,
a
честное
reunion between
слово.
old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm. Did you hesitate?
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness.
Ну,
You
ЧСВ,
came to me not as an
если
assassin,
посмотреть
and so I was
в
willingly
жизни
sealed
вообще, в
away.
реальной, вокруг оглянуться, то почти каждого, наверное, можно назвать ЧСВ.
With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you,
Знаешь, у него такой
let alone seal you away.
характер, я
Hence
не знаю,
my
или черта, как
inception.
правильно сказать.
Do not forget that I
Для
was there
своей
with
семьи
Liyue's
он сделает
founder.
все, не только для семьи, а
fates may
вообще
have changed,
для близких ему
But the
людей.
content of the contract
Но при
remains
этом с
intact.
остальными он будет максимально холоден,
Old
и
friend,
ему на
God
них
of
все равно.
contracts. I hereby honor our agreement.
Это, по сути, то, как в жизни у нас происходит.
Thank you, Ishtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
Ну все, вы договорили,
If it is
хватит,
fated,
может быть.
Morax, we will meet again.
Yes, don't be alarmed. He's only asleep.
Whoa. That was so weird. It was like he suddenly became another person.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ishtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon
Это
soared into the
сюжетка,
clouds.
почти 2 часа идет.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would
Я бы
once
не
again
сказала,
be
что она
sealed in the
какая-то
dark.
сложная, еще
The
что-то.
dragon accompanied the
Просто
Lord
вся
of Geo,
сюжетка это
fighting
разговоры.
campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Все? Неужели это еще не все? Еще будет болтовня.
1,000 years ago, Ejdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground.
Но на самом деле я вот сейчас говорю про то, как тут много пустых разговоров и так далее. Но
During
если
that
так
battle,
подумать, разработчики
was
очень
born.
хорошо с этим
Ejdaha
заморочились,
could sense the stone.
придумали каждую
Subconsciously,
историю
he wanted to use it to find
для
me.
каждого
Despite being the victor,
такого
I
главного
could not
героя,
claim to be
скажем
stronger
так.
than he. And in his heart, he still
Молодцы,
retained an ounce of
молодцы они.
goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. That I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Что еще?
Oh? About what?
Я не хотела спрашивать.
Oh yeah,
Ага.
Paimon nearly
Ну
forgot.
ладно, это важный вопрос.
So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Why?
Привет, я уже сейчас буду заканчивать стрим.
You can't
Да,
even
я
give us
помню,
a
помню
thread of
тебя.
information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
Следующий стрим будет...
Another
Сейчас я
past
скажу вам,
grievance?
когда.
Like the incident with Ejdaha? Too painful to talk about?
В четверг
signed
будет
before it
и
all
в
began.
пятницу будет. Я не
I've
знаю,
always
смогу ли я
honored the
провести в
contract.
среду, потому
And
что я
kept my
работаю с
silence.
8 до 8.
How can you be like
И
that?
хватит ли у меня сил, я
You
не
two are
знаю.
friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages
Ну, сейчас
past,
еще покрутим,
many secrets
наверное,
that lie
баннер.
hidden.
У
They
меня
have been
там должно
eroded by
набраться
time,
сейчас на 2 крутки.
forgotten by the people, abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember will remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.
Неужели все? Скажите, что это все. Наконец-то. Ура! Я сейчас просто очень рада. Ну вот сколько? 20 минут в этой сюжетке, вот последние 20 минут, они просто болтали между собой. Даже больше. Я бы сказала 25. Так. Я не знаю, кто это, но я добавлю. Хватит сейчас на 2 крутки. Я все еще надеюсь на то, что мне еще раз выпадет балл, желательно 2 раза. Как приятно. Я прям очень ждала этот меч. Не знаю. Я даже об этом не задумывалась, типа зачем. Ничего интересного мне опять не выпало. Это вообще... Ну хотя бы мог какой-нибудь 4-звездочный персонаж выпасть. Но нет. Не хотят они мне падать. Вообще я подумываю провести стрим с другой игрой, потому что мне как бы не надоел Genshin, но хочется немного разнообразия на канале. А то у меня последние игры Genshin. Вот. Так, ну теперь все, точно будем завершать стрим. Всем спасибо за то, что пришли, комментировали, болтали со мной. Следующий стрим, как я уже сказала, в четверг. Если вдруг у меня не будет куча сил в среду, и я такая: «Эй, я смогу провести стрим», хоть я там вернулась домой в 9 вечера. Ну, вряд ли, конечно, это возможно будет, но все равно. Вот. Всем еще раз спасибо, всем заранее спокойной ночи, всем пока.